There's a hard truth about starting a small business. Half of new businesses close their doors within the first 12 months. And of those that survive that first year, 3 out of 4 disappear before year 6. So the question becomes, how are we going to beat these numbers? How can we build a business that continues, runs smoothly, and also gives you the freedom to enjoy the people and moments that matter? This same question resonated in my head until I discovered an answer in Michael Gerber's classic, The E-Myth Revisited. If you are thinking about starting a business, or if you already have one but feel tired, stuck, or trapped, then listen to me. This could save you years of pain. Especially later in the video, I will give you my greatest personal advice that has allowed me to start so many businesses, and that will allow you to too. Imagine yourself at work. You are excellent at your job, maybe the best on your team, but one evening, your boss makes an inattentive remark and a thought drifts into your mind. Why am I working for someone who knows less than me? I could do this myself. Once that idea awakens, it will never rest. You resign, you start the business, and for a moment, life feels amazing. But soon, you will learn a hard lesson, the skills needed to accomplish a task, and the skills needed to run a business. Doing that task is not the same thing. You went from opening your eyes to the old boss, to becoming the new boss you wish for. Inside, every owner lives 3 distinct characters: the entrepreneur who dreams, the manager who organizes, and the technician who loves to do the hands-on work. Imagine the war that happens when all 3 oppose each other. The entrepreneur wants it to happen faster tomorrow. The manager wants everything predictable, and the technician wants everyone to step aside, so the real work can be done. If you have ever tried dieting, you know the battle between the part that fears leafy salads and the part that cries for another slice of pizza. Business feels the same, except 3 voices argue instead of 2. New businesses often start in the child. It's the world of the technicians. You handle sales, services, bookkeeping, marketing, taxes, the rivers, everything. Days drift into nights. Weekends drift away with the weekdays. You juggle so many balls that some are bound to drop. When reality says this pace can't continue, some owners step back, others push forward and reach adolescence. It's the season of the manager. You bring in help, maybe Harry, who knows accounting like the back of his hand. At first, it feels like a miracle. Harry balances the books, answers calls, and even talks to clients. But because you never said exactly how you want things done, Harry builds his own way of running the business. Slowly, your business becomes a stranger you don't recognize. Mistakes pile up, clients feel angry, deadlines slip. You start redoing every task while still paying money for it to be done. The load becomes heavier than ever. Many businesses shrink the company to a size they can control, but that brings them back to the exhaustive work they were trying to avoid. Some businesses push forward, working around the clock. They don't fail the business. They fail their body, their health, or their relationships. The engine runs until the engine burns out. This is a path to avoid. So how do you avoid this trap? You start with a mature mindset from day one. This is the secret used by companies like McDonald's, Disney, and IBM. Tom Watson of IBM said he imagined the finished business before the first office was even set up. He asked what must happen today for the future vision to be realized tomorrow. This perspective treats the business as a product, not just the products or services it sells. Your goal is to build a machine that can operate without you standing over every part. To do this, create a business prototype. Even if you never sell a real business, pretend you will replicate your shop 5,000 times. And the 5,000 shop must run as smoothly as the first. This requires a system-dependent business, not a people-dependent business. If success depends on finding rare experts, you're in trouble. Experts cost more and leave faster. Instead, document all your routines very clearly so that a person capable of being trained can achieve extraordinary and consistent results. Write lists, scripts, and step-by-step guides. Yes, it's tedious. Yes, it takes discipline. But skipping these steps guarantees you won't become the bottleneck. I avoided documenting tasks and ended up answering numerous small questions from every employee. They could finish 90% of a job, but the last 10% was missing. Multiply that by 10 employees, and you have no free time. Think about opening a shop. Each role comes with precise directions. Buyers know who to call. Cooks see the oven temperature and cooking time for every recipe. Decorators learn the same finishing touches that make customers smile. Buyers follow a greeting that sparks conversations. The closers follow a closing checklist, so the shop looks right again each morning. With this structure, even a teenager in their first job can protect a brand they worked so hard to build. Building the prototype never stops. It relies on 3 repeated steps: innovation, quantification, and orchestration. Innovation asks what small change can serve customers better. Don't just chase big inventions. Test small things. Does blue on the table increase pastry sales more than black? Does asking, "Have you visited our shop before?" start a friendlier conversation than "Can you help me?" Quantification means measuring everything. Keep simple, short charts so decisions are tied to facts, not feelings. Compare sales, tips, waste, or wait times before and after each change. If blue clothes increase purchase tickets by 16%, keep them. If a new greeting move raises it from 1 in 10 to 1 in 6, keep it in the orchestra to make the standard of success shift. Train everyone the same way. Confirm the result remains stable. Then repeat the cycle on the next part of the operation. As systems free you, they also motivate teams. Clear procedures let good people shine because they know exactly how to win and have no fuzzy ideas about your expectations. Add recognition stories and development paths so employees can see a future for themselves within the organization. When the dishwasher learns a bakery process from your manual and then moves into a junior baker position, they feel proud. Attitude changes, culture improves, and you gain time. Financial freedom comes when there's money, whether you're there or not. Imagine waking up on a sunny Sunday and deciding to take your kids to the park because the bakery will open, serve, and close on schedule without a phone call. Imagine using overtime to start a second location or an online course that teaches you your method. A double or a triple income can follow once the first unit runs smoothly. Your life shifts from working in the business to working on ideas that elevate the business higher or create new ones. Some people fear that systems kill creativity. It's the opposite. Standardizing 90% of routine tasks frees your mind for the 10% that really need new ideas. Think of jazz musicians. They master the scales so well that they can improvise without fear. The foundation frees them. Engineers build planes under strict rules, but design marvels that cross oceans safer than ever. A genius focuses on the frontiers. Start small. Choose a task you repeat daily, maybe following up with a client. Write the steps in simple language. Test and modify. Sometimes send a thank you message an hour after purchase. Record the results. When it works, add this page to your manual. Then choose the next task. Practice this habit for 12 months. After a year, you will have a living document that transforms chaos into order. Your stress will decrease and your income will increase. Remember the numbers from the beginning. Half of new businesses fail in year 1. 3/4 more disappear by year 6. You now maintain a roadmap that mitigates these risks because you don't rely on hope. You rely on design. You don't chase every crisis. You will build a machine that prevents crises while you sleep. The journey begins with a single written procedure and a decision to act today, not someday. Someday isn't on any calendar. Today is the scale. Pick up a book, open a file, and sketch the first system that leads you to a business that runs without you and a life that feels truly free. And before you doubt whether you can even start, remember that every empire once began on the back of a napkin with a simple idea written over coffee cups. The difference between those who watch and those who win is the single step taken today. A call to a potential seller, a message to a mentor, a first entry in your operations manual. Take that step now, because the freedom of the future is built on the small but deliberate moves of today. And the first huge step you can take today is to subscribe to this channel and like the video so you can stay guided on how to grow your finances. Tell me your action plan in the comments, and I'll see you soon.